Oh, it is huge. And it's almost like, when was this going to happen? Here it's happened, this bombshell. And of course, the timing could not be worse for the NBA. Just starting its season, the grand opening, every team having its first game, just as big a story as you could have.
That people have been doing this since the 1900s. But you start with him. You start with him, the black man. I'm gonna say it. You're not going with Taylor Swift. You're not going to nobody fucking house. You know how many people who are rich who gamble for fun? We gamble for fun. So at the end of the night, I got your ass.
Thus, we were able to discuss the current NBA situation. There are two well-known names in the NBA. We had the intimidating Terry Rozier, and of course, Chauncey Billups, the Trailblazers coach, who was recently charged with some kind of sports gambling. I will, however, broadcast a video of FBI Director Kash Patel discussing some of the case's specifics before delving into some of the complexities and potential repercussions of this case.
We are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice in an era that needed it more than any. I'll just highlight some of the details in the case and the FBI work, and then you'll hear from the others. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. And you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across this country. You hear a lot about our work of defending the homeland and crushing violent crime. Well, this work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. The men and women that are standing up here today worked tireless hours, days, months, and years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation.
Let me begin by stating that no one desires criminal activity. It is a positive thing to pursue criminals and criminal enterprises. Eliminating crime, or at least attempting to, is a positive thing. But racial double standards are the one thing we cannot have. Furthermore, many would argue that it is a continuation and a microcosm of societal events. It is the same. However, it is now making its way into the realm of sports. Furthermore, it is undeniable that this was motivated by politics. They held off on making this news until the first week of the NBA, a week that was meant to commemorate the NBA's comeback on NBC.
So you let us bring a camera or two to your place here to talk to you about basketball. Why do you want to share what you're thinking about basketball now?
It's pay it forward. You know, I have an obligation to the game of basketball.
Still love it?
Love it like you wouldn't believe. I mean, in all honesty, I wish I could take a magic pill, put on shorts and go out and play the game of basketball today. Because that's who I am. That's that type of competition, that type of competitiveness is what I live for, and I miss it.
There were many positive developments in the NBA community once Michael Jordan returned to the NBA. And they decided to wait until after opening night to make this statement. As a result, many people believe that this was undoubtedly motivated by politics. And The main person in question, Chauncey Billups, is what really caught my attention because if you listen to some of the accusations made against him, they are quite ambiguous. To put it mildly,
just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, these arrests just happened, and of course the Miami Heat guard, Terry Rozier, and Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, have been arrested. A third former NBA player is also charged. And what law enforcement officials tell us is that there are two separate schemes here. One involved a game rigging scheme. That's involved Terry Rozier, and he allegedly provided information about who was playing in games, who might be on the injury list, to some of the sports bettors that he was involved with, and he benefited himself financially. According to one official, he bowed out of a game faking an injury about 9 minutes in to help whatever bet had been placed on that game. Then there is a separate alleged scheme, and that's the one that allegedly involves the coach of the Trailblazers. And in that alleged scheme, that also involves three families from the New York Mafia families, the Genovese, the Bonanno, and the Gambino crime families. That this is a poker scheme, according to sources, that involved playing Texas Hold'em, and that Billups was part of that scheme, attending these games. And according to one official, his attendance was there to be used as sort of a distraction to some of the other players who were playing, all part of a poker ring. So two separate sports betting schemes that they're announcing today. And
therefore, based on the scant evidence we do have regarding Chauncey Billups' involvement in all of this, it appears that she is at most going down for gambling. Based on what she just said and described, it appears that he was present at a poker game. And this brings to mind the Gilbert Arenas case. Gilbert Arenas was detained and charged by the FBI for similar alleged offenses over the summer, as you are all aware.
As a gambler, wouldn't I be a target at a poker table? Or a partner?
Probably a target.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the people that are being charged are actually like Israelis, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I will be a target. I will be the guy, guy with the money.
You'd be the mark.
Yeah, I'm the mark at a table.
Yeah.
Hence why I don't know him, because I've never been to one of their games. I don't play poker like that.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like it's a weird one for me, because I'm wondering if is there defamation? Because how you're making it seem, I don't think that's fair. You can't use my name to put a case out there with these type of claims. At the end of this, I should be able to sue for defamation.
Yeah, I mean, if you can show damages, absolutely.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea that you, whatever your evidence is, you fucking know that I don't know these people. You know there's no text messages, any of that shit. Yeah. You know that. You know there was a raid, had nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing. They don't know me. And the fuck that you're using my name like this, that's unfair.
I agree.
But it is the government. It is the government.
Depends.
Yeah, they can do what the fuck they want to do.
United States of America versus Gilbert Arenas.
You know what's so funny?
That's on the paperwork, right?
Not yet.
Just like that.
Yeah. No, so look, this is the funniest thing. My boy was telling me something, and he was like, yo, you got to stop trolling. And I said this: I only troll when I know I'm innocent. If I know there's no way I've done anything, I'm gonna troll the fuck out you because it doesn't matter. And he said this, he said, when you're guilty, you need a lawyer. When you're innocent, you really need a fucking lawyer.
Huh.
And I was like,
yeah,
fuck does that mean? He was like, you aggravate people, right? When you feel you have something, when you're at the top and you feel that they don't have nothing on you if you didn't do nothing, so you're gonna aggravate them, which means it's not about your case. It wouldn't be about your case, it'd be about you personally.
Yeah.
Why would you want the government after you personally?
Right, turns the ego.
Yeah, they're gonna go for you on other things and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't think about it like that. And that's what made me stop.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, if you want them, fine. I'll just use my name.
Yeah.
If you need to use my
right.
name to do whatever you got to do, cool.
Right.
I just don't like the ideal of that.
Right. And you've said that you're going to cooperate with whatever information you have. You're willing to cooperate.
I said that because I don't have none.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, what's so funny? If you ask the poker community, the one thing that they do know is Gilbert Arenas has never thrown a poker game.
Sadly, I believe that this is only the beginning.
Although I don't believe you've heard the last about the Chauncey Billups case, I do believe that many more dominoes will likely fall here in the near future. This government has, in my opinion, demonstrated its values, and they are still doing so. Nevertheless, I believe they made their message, got it across, and gained some political capital and support from their supporters in the process. Therefore, I believe that this is only one of the initial dominoes to fall, and I believe that there will likely be a lot more here in the near future. But that's how I see things. As we typically do, make sure we try to continue that topic below. Peace and pandemonium as usual.